An Italian Navy ship on Saturday took migrants to Italy from asylum processing centers in Albania following a court decision in Rome. According to Associated Press, it was the third failed attempt by Giorgia Meloni's far-right government to process migrants in the non-EU country. A Coast Guard ship took 43 migrants from the port of Shengjin, 66 kilometers northwest of the capital, Tirana. They were among the 49 men who were transferred to Albania on an Italian naval ship Tuesday. 6 were returned the same day for being minors or deemed vulnerable. Italian media reported the men were from Bangladesh, Egypt, Ivory Coast and Gambia. An Italian appeals court in Rome on Friday refused to approve the speedy expulsion of 43 asylum seekers detained in Albania since Tuesday under a controversial migration deal to move the proceedings beyond European Union borders. The court referred the case to the European Court of Justice, in Luxembourg, which is expected to issue a ruling on February 25 related to the previous cases, in which the series of lower court rulings have opened a fissure between the Meloni government and the Italian judicial system. In October and November, judges similarly refused to approve the expulsion of much smaller groups of migrants, seeking clarity from the European Court on which countries were safe for repatriation of people whose asylum claims are rejected. Italy last year signed a 5-year agreement to process up to 3,000 migrants a month beyond EU borders as part of Meloni's program to combat illegal migration to Italy, which is the first landfall for tens of thousands of migrants who make the perilous journey across the central Mediterranean Sea. In the first 4 weeks of this year, 3,704 migrants arrived in Italy, almost 3 times as many as in the same period last year. In the whole of last year, 66,317 migrants arrived in Italy, a drop of 58% from the previous year. Russia's foreign ministry on Friday confirmed that at least 3 Russian passport holders were among the victims of a U.S. air crash in Washington, D.C. According to Associated Press, the midair collision between an Army helicopter and a jetliner late on Wednesday killed all 67 people aboard the 2 aircraft, officials said. The plane carried 60 passengers and 4 crew members, and 3 soldiers were aboard the helicopter. It has already been confirmed that our compatriots were on board the airliner, including world champions from the Russian national team in pairs figure skating, Evgenia Shishkova and Vadim Naumov, as well as Soviet figure skater Irina Polyanskaya, Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova stated in a briefing. She said they were all working as coaches in the United States. Zakharova added there was a possibility that one more passenger may also be a Russian passport holder, saying that this information is now being verified. The collision was the deadliest U.S. air crash in nearly 25 years. At least 28 bodies have pulled from the icy waters of the Potomac River, officials said Thursday. Among the passengers were members of the Skating Club of Boston, who were returning from the U.S. Figure Skating Championships in Wichita. They included teenage figure skaters Jinna Han and Spencer Lane, the teens' mothers and their 2 highly regarded Russian-born coaches, Shishkova and Naumov, who won a 1994 World Championship in pairs skating. The crash occurred before 9 p.m. in some of the most tightly controlled and monitored airspace in the world, just over 3 miles south of the White House and the Capitol. Air crash investigations can take months, and federal investigators told reporters they would not speculate on the cause.
Как уже подтверждено, на борту авиалайнера находились наши соотечественники, в том числе чемпионы мира в составе сборной России в парно-фигурном катании, Евгения Шишкова, Вадим Наумов, а также советская фигуристка Инна Валянская. Они в США работали в качестве тренеров. Погибли летевшие вместе с ними американские спортсмены. Опять же, как было заявлено американской стороной, нету выживших в этой авиакатастрофе. Киевский режим из переговорного процесса, потому что у них были друзья Совета, Атлантического Совета. И начал... У 3 жертв этой авиационной катастрофы, по информации нашего посольства, есть российские паспорта. В отношении еще одного человека, 4-го, есть понимание, что российский паспорт мог быть. Эта информация сейчас проверяется. Остальных мы рассматриваем как наших соотечественников. Киевского режима стали те, кого такие бандеровские лозунги, я не буду их произносить,